guys. Take 347 on the top 5 things, because maybe my microphone works, maybe it doesn't now. We're about to find out. But here we go. Top 5 things buyers are looking for when they are out searching for their dream home. So this has been a fun little segment that we've been working on, and there's been a recent study done by the Abmont Realty Group team, or lack thereof. So it's been done by me, with a little to no help from them, just a couple little sprinkles in there. But this should be fun anyways. So, top 5 things buyers are looking for when we are out shopping for their dream home. Coming in hot at number 5, and this one I found to be the most interesting: south-facing front yards. I've heard of west-facing backyards being a problem because my parents literally yell at everybody who looks at a west-facing backyard home, because in summertime here, the sun just will beat into your backyard and it can be very hot. So if you can't compensate for that, for example, putting a sunshade down on the back patio or tinting your windows or anything of that nature, it could be really aggressive. But the south-facing front yard was a new one to me, and I feel like I should have known better. And here's why. I have a south-facing front yard, and one of my best friends, she lives across the street from me, and they, obvi, have a north-facing front yard. So every winter when it snows, yes, we get snow in Idaho. I know it's shocking, but it happens. Me and him are out there shoveling our front yards. And yes, my 13-year-old son should be shoveling the front yard, but he doesn't. I do. So nevertheless, we are out there shoveling our front yards, and by the end of the day, I have 0 snow on my driveway and his is still caked with it. And I just laugh because I had to do barely any work. So when someone came into an open house the other day with their compass out, which way is this facing? Well, it's not west facing. They're like, we don't care about that. We want it to be south facing. I thought it was so interesting. So that's number 5. Now, number 4. Brace yourself. This one might shock you. Where in the world do we put a Christmas tree? I know. It's something that I don't really think of. When I was buying my home, I'm just like, it's pretty, I love it, let's buy a home. And then afterward, where are we putting our Christmas tree? But when I said before, the little to no help from the Abmont team, this was the help that they provided, because we had a team member who had someone come and look at a home, and everything about it was perfect, except they could not figure out where to put their Christmas tree. So people are looking for that out there. They're like, where are we going to put it? Now, this is, I think, the biggest reason why people think this. Let's try and envision. If you have a living room and you have a fireplace on the back wall, right in the middle, and you're like, oh, you just put the Christmas tree on either side. Well, the newest thing to do is to put either some floating shelves or some cabinets on either side of the fireplace. So if you have that, you can't put a Christmas tree over there because you'll be blocking the cabinets. So if you don't have another corner or nook to put it, what are you going to do? Well, my parents have that situation. They have a corner fireplace, and then they have their couch. They've got a million chairs in their living room. They don't need them, but they got them. So whatever. So what do? They block their back window with their Christmas tree, and it works because when you look in from their back window, you see this beautiful Christmas tree. So there we go. Problem solved. Kaput, kapat, done. But that comes in hot at number 3. And this one I thought was very interesting because I disagree with it. But number 3, is there a bathtub in the master bathroom? Yes. And it's not that there's no shower or bathtub. There's a shower. There's a beautiful shower. But there's no bathtub. So I've actually had a client go looking at a home and just completely say nope, because there was no bathtub in the master bathroom. Now, I don't have a bathtub in my master bathroom. I custom built my home and I X-nayed it. I said, kibosh, done. Because I don't take baths. And my kids had a bathtub in their bathroom. So I said, if they need a bath, they've got one. But I don't want them coming in my bathroom, even though they come in and use my fabulous shower. But still, point is, I don't take baths. I didn't want baths. I didn't want my kids in my bathroom taking baths. So I said, no, I don't want a bathtub. Instead, I got a fabulous shower. The rainfall, all the things. Well, the rainfall's not there yet, but my husband promises he's going to put it in eventually, right after the gate in the backyard. But the point is, people are noticing that. And it is a very big trend right now in custom homes or in new homes, new builds. A lot of spec homes won't have a bathtub in the master bath. Instead, they opt in putting a beautiful grand shower. because maybe they've done a recent poll that showed that people would rather have a grand shower than a bathtub. But I'll tell you right now, my buyers are looking for bathtubs. Something to think about. I have one of my best friends lives across the street from me. She's the star of this so far. Her husband loves a good bubble bath. That's where he makes all of his reels for his business. So they opted to have a bathtub and a smaller shower. And I said, nope, I don't want a bathtub. I want a grand shower. And that's what I did. So if you're looking for an investment or something you might live in for a little bit and then sell, keep in mind, right here in the vault, keep it right back there, pin it in the cloud, bathtub in the master bathroom. Let's move on. Number 2 kind of leads us into our number 1. So this is kind of fun. And again, I get it, but I don't get it. So number 2, is there a fireplace? Now, most of us that are coming from California, at least where I came from, all of my houses had fireplaces. I didn't even think about it. I never even used them. They were all old school. The homes out there are built in the 1920s, so they're all wood-burning fireplaces unless you upgraded to a gas insert. We didn't have the money for that in California, so they're all wood-burning. I never used it, but I had it. Never thought anything of it when we moved here. Although we did have a home here that had a fireplace, and we used it all the time. In California, we never used it. Here, we used it. So when I built my new home, I opted to not have a fireplace. I know, I opted out of a lot of stuff. Stuff's expensive. I'm trying to keep costs down. But again, my husband promised me he would put one in, but I'm not really missing it. That's the whole point. I'm not missing it. So I have a huge wall in the back of my thing, and I just have my TV up there, and that's what it is. But people are looking for fireplaces. They want that cozy feeling. So a fireplace is something. Now, they're not picky. It doesn't need to be a full mantle. Some people want that grand stone look. But for the most part, I'm just finding they want a fireplace, which leads us into our number 1. Where's my sports guys out there? Because this is you. Number 1 all the way. Where do we put our TV? Obviously, above the fireplace. So if there is no fireplace, where are you putting your TV? Right? So here, I want to show you. This is a fun one. So if you've been to Costco recently, you've seen their 42,000-inch TV on sale for $1,900 or who knows. Costco always has the sales. TVs are getting bigger and living rooms are getting smaller. What are you going to do? So if you have this giant grand TV and you have this fireplace, there we go. How are you going to fit it there? That's going to fit like a 65-inch. So people are like, well, I have my fireplace, but where am I going to put my TV? Easy fix is you put it on this wall right here and you just deal with it. But people don't want to do that. So that's another huge issue. If you have a fireplace, is it in the corner? Because if it is, where are they going to put their 42,000-inch TV? We don't know. But if you don't have a fireplace, where are they going to put their TV? Well, obviously right in the middle of the wall. That's where I put mine. It's perfect. It's fantastic. Or if you have a living room that has one wall for a TV and then the rest have windows and these people like to feng shui every 3 months, what are they going to do? These are far and few between, sure, but people are thinking about it when they're out shopping for homes. So I found this to be extremely interesting. Some of these things are things I would have never even thought of, but people are thinking of them. And some of them are like, no, I thought about that. I just don't care. But if you are going to try and sell your home or purchase an investment property in Idaho, these are things that you might want to think of. Or if this is your first time buying a home and you're just excited and you're like, well, this is just our first home. We're going to live in it for 10 years, then we'll sell it. These might be a couple things that you want to think of before jumping into a purchase. So I thought this was really fun. I thought it was interesting. I thought I should share it with you guys. This is Delise Sardina, your favorite realtor over at the Abmont Realty Group, signing off with 5 things you didn't know you needed.